Boy Demonic here. I gotta fix my headset again. But there we go. Alright, so there is a mod that everyone can download right now that will allow you to make your own DLC weapons. The only downside is in my playthrough, because I didn't start with a brand new world, I don't get the magazines or the to spawn in the world or to even be in the shops, is the best way I could put that. So I don't get the actual legendary magazines. So when I actually go to do a weapons workbench like this, I cannot add on legendary things, as you can see, because I need legendary specialist 1 or 2. And I don't get it because I don't have the magazines. They don't spawn in my world. They're not spawning in the shops because I didn't start with a brand new world. I just added this to a pre-existing world. But have you ever wanted to have instant reloads? You can give it to yourself through this mod. Have you ever wanted to have, hold on, basically 0 recoil? You can give it to yourself through this mod. And again, the instant reloads. But have you ever, you guys seen the name already, but have you ever wanted to add Call of Duty zombie weapons into Fallout?
Easy, Tiger. Not everything needs to be shot up.
If you guys don't know, it is the Ray K, which is from one of the Call of Duty games for zombies. I added into here. But as far as yesterday, if you notice, I have a gun here. It's basically this. Hold on. It's this. Okay. Which you can see comes with the Mark 8 barrel. We have it looking like this. We added a paint job to it. No legendary effect marked, which means we can actually add legendary stuff to this if I wanted. I've added extra other stuff you don't get to see unless I actually bring it up at the table. But yeah, one of the things has something else happening to it. But it is this rifle, and it is Gauss. And I am able to do that if I want to, which is great. Okay, so imagine this is the Gauss sniper rifle. I've even done some testing. And I'm able to, shoot this a little faster. If we go in here, I do have this, which I've made shoot faster and 0 recoil now. So it looks good. Same as, we already seen the sniper. That's the Gauss sniper, so sniper rifle. So wait, hold on. That's the Gauss sniper. Why is this one being a little weird? It's bugged, but oh well. And I did actually upgrade these to, shoot a little faster with a little bit less recoil. This one we've seen has no recoil to it, and then the pistol itself will actually have a little recoil. I wanted to keep it a little bit more legit. And then the ion gun, does that. Now, the cool thing is you can make your own weapons. You can make them overpowered. You can, fix them however you kind of feel they should be made. So if you don't like how overpowered they are, you can reduce the power. If you don't like how enemies are sponging a lot of your bullets, you can make your guns stronger. And we're going to go over that. We're going to drop these off into a box and start with a fresh new set. So if I do this, I can actually just drop all these off right into here. Same as this. Same as that. That way I'm just getting rid of the extra stuff that we don't need in my inventory just to reduce weight, even though I got high weight right now. Due to doing the same with my armor earlier. So if I actually go to here, you can see I can carry 1,575 pounds in weight. But we are going to go ahead and move into crafting a weapon, which is going to be through... It's out here. I forgot I moved it out here. Sorry, guys. It's the Kim bench right here. And we do have a mod installed that lets me do the other stuff. But imagine if I wanted to, I went down and we looked at FM weapons or the solar cannon or any other thing. So imagine we didn't like the solar cannon. Let's grab us a solar cannon. So what we're going to do is go to our weapons workbench, which mine is this one through having the certain DLC, but you can see we can upgrade the, receiver to the automatic or the max charged, and this one does fire rate, but we don't have to worry about fire rate just yet. Now we can go through here, we can go, oh, we want that range, my dude. Full stock. We want the marksman stock. We want that superior recoil, right? Alongside being able to do, like, I don't know, like higher ammo capacity with improved fire rate. Okay. Standard, which will go with the, I don't have the sights on here that I really, really want, but we'll do reflex. And then you're going to choose no legendary effect marked. This allows us to actually go and get 5 legendary slots, as you can see. Boop. And then scrap option, make this unscrappable so you can't scrap it. Gun options. And then right here we can go edit the damage modifier. The firing mode, which is either going to be automatic or semi. In this case, I want semi. We're not going to go auto. We're going to go semi-auto. Rate of fire. This allows us to shoot faster. We're going to go ahead and get 60%. So we're just modifying the rate of fire to shoot a little faster. This is where you can do the ammo conversion if you guys want to do that, which we're just going to do no ammo conversion. And then projectile override, this is where you can actually choose if you want it to be like alien blaster, all that extra stuff, which is also how I done the Gauss. But we're going to do no override. Reload speed, this is how fast it reloads. So I went with plus 500. That gives us the insta reload speed. The accuracy cone modifier, the higher this is, the less accuracy you have. So if I went with 500, when I shoot, it'd go to the sky. What we want to do is do negative numbers. Now, negative 100, if we fire too fast, we'll pull down. So we actually want something between 60 and 40 here. I'm going to try 40 at first. Recoil modifier. Oh, accuracy cone, my bad. Wrong. We do want negative 100 so the bullet goes spot on. Recoil is the one we want to set to negative 40. Then range modifier, this is how far the bullet can go, so we'll say plus 500. And then from here we can do the photon capacitor, where we're actually just going to do the photon hyperdrive here, Mark 6. And you're able to go through and do all this. Let's do the outcast paint. None, which is the decals that you can do. We're actually going to go ahead and do something like the Enclave there. And to show you guys how this works, now if we go out, we go over, we grab this, plop it into spot number 1, and pull this bad boy out. You can see we are now able to fire it much quicker. It's not the that it used to be. We can actually shoot it. As you can see, we are able to shoot it, okay? And it has all those extra modifications, which does really great. Another thing I love to do, this helps with your carry weight capacity, which absolutely is great, is go to your mods and then stick all your mods in a fucking chest. Because if you notice, I still have my mods on here. I don't need them in my inventory. Save. So now that we've done the solar cannon, let's go look at other things we can deal with. And in this case, let's do a pretty cool semi-automatic version of the maybe anti-material rifle. We'll do a no recoil version of the CR. And we'll do... I need to go down here right quick because I think it might be under utility, which is the... Instead of automatic, we're going to go to improved Gauss rifle prototype. No, we're not. We'll go with the automatic one. And see if we can modify that, because it does work a little bit with stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Get off my bench.
Nighttime is the only time I feel I can breathe.
Because see, we can go to here, and you can see it is there. So standard barrel, we're going to go shielded, butt stock. We're going to keep the reflex, wrap suppressor, legendary marked, and then this is the slots where we can do 5, and then from there we can go down, and we're going to do unscrappable, gun options, and we are going to go ahead and do 500 damage, Firing mode is default. Rate of fire, this is where we can come in and slow it down a little bit. So I have no clue how fast this actually shoots this way, so we're just going to wait on the rate of fire. Ammo conversion, we are going to be doing 2 MMEC because it is a Gauss weapon. Projectile override, we're going to make sure this stays as Gauss. Reload speed modifier, we're going to go ahead and just do like plus 500. Accuracy cone, we're going to do negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40. Range is going to be plus 500. And the rest of this is all just good. All right. Now let's see how this actually feels, because it's going to be this one. Let's see how I turn this into.
I really want to know how the big one started. What did you tires do? Why? What the hell did they do?
Okay, so we want a little bit of a faster fire rate on this, and it is already negative recoil, so we need to actually fix the recoil. So firing mode, we're just going to have to go with default. Fire rate, let's actually change this to plus 40. And then the recoil, the negative 40 actually can be negative 20. And that should actually fix us now. So we're not like super negative. And that actually feels pretty okay. I'm not gonna lie, that actually feels pretty okay. Do I like it being this way? Not really. So we're just going to go ahead and change the scrap option, unscrappable to scrappable, and then scrap it. Didn't really like it. Standard receiver, we're actually going to go with Gauss capacitors, which already changes this to a Gauss. Long and closed, what does the fluted actually do compared to this? Superior range, decided accuracy, exceptional recoil, poor hip fire. So the enclosed actually is worse. But oh well, we're going to use the enclosed anyways because I think it looks a little better. Let's go with superior recoil. Drum mag. We're actually going to go reflex, but I was hoping to maybe have the modded ones, which don't fit onto this yet. Advanced suppressor. Wait. Sounds for firing, exceptional for shot recoil. Okay, I kind of like that. This, and then legendary slots 5. And then scrappable is unscrappable. Equipment, gun. We're going to do plus 500.
That was some fine work there. It even
This
looks
is
good.
automatic, so we're just going to run default right quick. Rate of fire, we'll give it plus 20. Ammo conversion, no ammo conversion. Projectile override, we're going to do no override. Reload speed modifier, plus 500. Accuracy cone, minus 100. Recoil, we're going to do just negative 20 because we do have stuff for recoil already there. And then range is going to be 500. And the material, we can actually color this still, which is great. And we're going to do... I'm thinking of doing, like, maybe Minutemen. Why not? Cancel. Because we are going to be coming in here and go ahead and setting all this up, which is going to be getting the advanced receiver. The long and closed barrel stock is going to be the marksman light stock. Magazine's already good. We're actually going to be throwing on the short scope. Suppressor material is going to be the regular skin, I guess. And then this 5. And unscrappable. I was trying to debate if I wanted it to be or not. 500. Firing mode. We're going to do a semi-auto. Rate of fire is going to be something like plus 20. Ammo conversion is actually going to be 50 caliber. Because why not, guys? Because it's already whatever it is. Which is, I don't think we used the 50 caliber in this. We used something else, didn't we? What did we use? Hold on. nothing. So we are going to do projectile override as well, but we're going to do 50 caliber and then projectile override. Let's do. We don't want Gauss. Let's do blue laser thin. Reload speed is going to be 500, just so this way we can see it a little bit better. Accuracy cone. Recoil modifier is going to be, we don't want recoil. We actually want to remove recoil, so we're going to do minus 40 and see how that actually does. Not going to worry about these two. Range is actually going to be plus 500. Upgrade is reduced weight, highlights living targets while aiming, increased reload speed, and chance to knock down enemies. Stabilize your aim while scoped in. Yeah, we're going to do economic grip. And then ammo type. I'm thinking of like doing incendiary because we actually probably could do that. Armor piercing, north 50%. Okay. We'll do incendiary. And then custom bolt. All right. This goes here. This will go here. Quick save. And in case we crash, we don't have to go through and do this.
Right out in the open? It's a wonder your head hasn't been blown up by a sniper. Just saying.
I like that. That doesn't feel too bad. That doesn't feel bad. It actually feels pretty good. I just want to increase the fire rate a little bit. So rate of fire, we're actually going to go ahead and do this by 100. That's better. Much better. I like that. Quick save. Perfect. Again, we're just going to go to the middle chest, drop off our weapons, go to the top chest, drop off our mods, quick save the game. And yes, every weapon is able to be done like this. So to even show that, we'll kind of go through and make a new weapon. We need to do a 10 millimeter maybe. Just because I can. And let's see. Let's do a Deathclaw Gauntlet. Nah, we're not worried about that. Let's do a harpoon gun. Why not? Institute. Regular. We'll do a junk jet. See if we can't modify that. We'll do a lever action, a minigun, a missile launcher, radium rifle, and the Western revolver. Why not?
Can you build me a mansion? Casa del Deacon.
So we are going to be doing the advanced receivers, so we're not going to make this full auto. We're actually going to make this a semi-weapon with the long ported barrel. Standard is going to be sharpshooter. This is going to be the large quick eject. This is going to be something like that. Muzzle is going to be the suppressor. Material is going to be something like maybe Atom Cats. Yep, Atom Cats. Legendary slots. Scrap option, unscrappable, equipment, gun options. Go ahead and up this to as max damage as possible. Semi-auto, rate of fire is going to be something like plus 60. Ammo conversion. Let's turn this into like a .50 pistol, maybe? Nah, we're doing Gauss, so 2 MMEC. Projectile, because we are going to do a Gauss pistol. Reload speed modifier is going to be something like plus 500. Accuracy cone, negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40 starting out. Range modifier is going to be plus 500. And that should be everything done to that. I do want the extra claw. We need a death claw hand. But we'll do that later. So we are going to go ahead and do 5. And then under that is going to be scrap options. Is going to be unscrappable. Equipment. Actually, melee. Damage modifier is going to be plus 500. Melee is going to be automatic. There. Harpoon. Oh, we're doing barbed. You already know we're doing that. Standard sights. Let's do the short scope, just because I kind of want to turn it to a sniper. Legendary slots, 5. And then scrap option is unscrappable. Equipment, gun is going to be plus 500 damage. Firing mode is going to be default, because I think you only load 1 in per time. There's no mag. Rate of fire, we'll do plus 60. Ammo conversion, none. Projectile override, none. Reload speed, yes, 500. Accuracy cone is going to be negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be something like negative 40. Range modifier is going to be plus 500. And everything else there is great. Now we're going to do the regular Institute rifle. We are going to go ahead and grab this. Long barrel is actually going to be the sniper barrel Mark III. Full stock is the recoil compensating. This is going to be this, because we're going to turn it, actually, that. And then we're going to be doing the amplified beam splitter. Nope, we're going to do Mark II stuff right quick, which I was hoping for the other bit to be here. So that is the continuous beam. I'm not going to worry about that. Material is going to definitely be Enclave. Legendary, 5. Unscrappable. Gun, plus 500. Semi-auto. Actually, I could have made that full auto, couldn't have I? Actually, we'll make it full auto. Rate of fire is going to be plus 20. Ammo conversion is none. Reload speed modifier, plus 500. Accuracy cone, negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40. Range modifier, plus 500. And that should be everything done to that. Junk jet, long barrel, recoil compensating stock.
Institute someday. I wonder what.
Let's just keep the standard.
Hell, Synth's got it bad enough being without him. It'd keep us busy.
Adds electric damage. This legendary slot 5. Scrap option is unscrappable. Gun options plus 500 damage. Firing mode is going to be semi. Rate of fire is going to be plus 40. Ammo conversion, nope. Projectile, nope. Reload speed, yes, this is going to be plus 500. Accuracy cone is negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40. Range modifier is going to be plus 500. And that should be it for that. Laser musket. We'll do the 6 crank.
Work there. It even looks deadlier.
Superior range, improved damage. Yeah, we're going to do the bracketed. Full stock. Combat scope. Beam splitter is going to be beam focuser. Legendary slot 5. And then we're going to change scrap option to unscrappable. Equipment, gun options. Damage is plus 500. Firing mode is going to be a automatic laser musket. Ammo conversion is going to be the same. Projectile override. Reload speed is actually going to be plus 500 on the reload. Accuracy cone is going to be negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 20. Range modifier is going to be plus 500. And that should be everything there. Lever action. we're going to go ahead and use improved rate of fire. Barrel is long ported. Stock is going to be the marksman stock. Standard is going to be actually the short scope. Muzzle is going to be the suppressor. Legendary, and then legendary slots 5. Scrap option unscrappable. Gun options, damage modifier is going to be plus 500. Firing mode is going to be, we'll keep it default pretty much. Rate of fire modifier is going to be plus 40. Ammo conversion, we're going to keep the same. Projectile override, same. Reload speed is going to be plus 500. Accuracy cone is negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 20. Range modifier is going to be plus 500, not 400, 500. Thank you. And that is good for that. The minigun, we're going to go tri-barrel, gunner sights, shredder, and let's do the Atom Cats, legendary slot, up to 5, and then scroll down, scrap options unscrappable, equipment, gun options. And here's where we can come in and actually make everything really good. So we're going automatic, rate of fire. Let's do something like 40. Ammo conversion. It's 5mm, but what happens if I wanted to do like 308 or... I'm not going to worry about that. Projectile override, we're going to keep the same. Reload speed is going to be plus 500 for the instant reload. Accuracy cone is negative 100. Recoil is going to be something like negative 40. Range modifier is going to be plus 500. Quad barrel. Targeting computer. Stabilizer. Legendary. 5. We don't need these. Scrap options, unscrappable, gun options, and we're going to do something like 500. Firing mode is default. Rate of fire is going to be something like 40. Ammo conversion, nope. Projectile reload speed is going to be something like 500. Accuracy cone is negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be plus, actually, negative 20, my bad. Range modifier is going to be plus 500, and that should be everything done to that. Radium rifle, time to go to the powerful automatic. Long ported barrel, stock is going to be the recoil, recoil compensating. Standard is going to be the large quick eject. Let's use something like the combat scope. Muzzle is going to be a suppressor. Legendary slot marked up to 5. Scrap options, unscrappable, equipment, gun options, and then go up to 500. My bad. Firing mode is going to be automatic. Rate of fire, we're going to give this plus 20. Ammo conversion, let's do 0.45 instead of whatever's actually in this. We're going to do 0.45. Let's see. Not going to override that. Reload speed is going to be plus 500. Accuracy cones, negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40. Range modifier plus 500. And now we're to the Western Revolver, which is going to be the advanced receiver. Wait, heavier what? Heavier weight. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Long barrel. Sharpshooter's grit. We're going to do the short scope. Legendary it. Yeah, we'll do 5. Why not? Unscrappable. Gun options. Plus 500 damage. Firing mode is going to be semi-auto. Rate of fire, we're going to give this like plus 60. It's going to kind of need it. Ammo conversion. Actually, we're just going to keep it that. Projectile override. Reload speed. Make it reload instantly. Accuracy cone is negative 100. Recoil modifier is going to be negative 40. Range modifier plus 500. And that should be everything for that. All right, we have went through and done every one of these. First, let's quick save our little game here. And now we have the 2 MEC pistol, which now is going to be loaded in Gauss. That feels pretty good. I'm not going to worry about the claw, but we are going to test to see if the auto works, which is when you pull it out and you just hold
Sometimes it's
R2.
hard to take Dez seriously.
It works, but I wish the swing speed would be a little faster. Not bad. All right, this is going up here. Fury Automatic, Institute, Junk Jet Electrified, 6 Crank Musket, Lever Action Rifle, the high powered shredding minigun, quad barrel missile launcher, the radium rifle, Western revolver.
Choose a green recruit.
All right, we already tried that. See, that feels good. Much better. And then we have this, which we reload. And I'm not going to lie, that actually feels really, really good. Shredding high-speed minigun actually looks like it's good, even heats up. Quad barrel RPG. Come on, dude, that's great. That's not bad. Junk jet, I actually don't have any junk really to throw in here except for this stuff. Oh, that's the shipment stuff. Can't put the shipment stuff in there. I gotta actually only do like lead, this. All right. Okay, not bad. Don't really care about the junk jet, but there we go. And then we got this, which I guess feels a lot better. This, which lets us shoot at this speed now, which is about more realistic. The reload is not realistic, but tried that. I did not mean to stem. So we already done the radium rifle. So now we're to this pistol. Okay, so I can't hold it down, but I am able to. I need to work on the recoil a little bit for this one. So the Western pistol is the one that's needing the recoil done to it. So we need rate of fire is great. We are going to work about the recoil. So negative, let's try 80. I feel like that will fix the pistol's recoil. Much better.
Another day in the Commonwealth.
It does have a little bit of negative now, so we are going to change that recoil just a little bit more. So instead of negative 80, we'll do negative 60. I feel like that is going to be where the sweet spot is right now. As good as it's going to get. Which you can see there's still recoil. But, I mean, I'm more happy with that. Now let's have a little more fun, because we're actually just going to do this. I meant to offload all my little other stuff we need to offload, which goes into this one. You know, all this stuff. Because you can see they weigh half a pound each. So getting rid of those actually help out a lot. Quick save. Now let's go to a market right quick on the map. And no, I'm not going to sing it like Dora the Explorer. Come on, guys. I'm not like 2 years old. All right.
I hear you've been asking questions around town. What?
Hey,
You need protection. Everyone does.
let's see what
Barter.
you have.
Self-defense?
Because he is actually going to have DLC content stuff. So like the classic 10mm pistol. He's going to have this, the machine gun you see me carry around a little bit on the other bits there. He actually can have other DLC content stuff too. Hold on. See if he has it. So you can see he does have that. which we already done. We already done a junk jet, the other stuff there. Okay, we're just gonna do that.
Remember,
You...
I don't serve sense. Supplies are just...
So
Sure.
not only she does
take a
do
look.
supplies, she also does weapons. And I turned off the other thing, and I've actually noticed that, see, under MISC, I don't get the other items for the other stuff. It doesn't spawn. I've also went to the other vault, and it's not there either. But I did want to show she also does weapons too here. But we're going to move on and go do the other stuff here. And then I'm going to show you that my little magazine did not spawn in elsewhere. But let's go ahead and go back to Sanctuary. And sadly, I did have to like reload an old save because whenever I actually did go through that to go finish up the